So I've been cleaning up my craft room because my New Year's resolution is to do more paper crafts because I kind of neglected them under all the stress of life. And I realized that it is what removes stress from my life, so I need to get back into it. But in cleaning my craft room, I discovered that I have a secret passion, maybe, for washi tape. So what you see here is a whole bunch of washi tape that was like very messily stored, like anywhere in my room. And so I had to go and, like rewind them in some cases and look at them. But here's the thing. I am not a washi tape fan in my opinion. So this is something that kind of snuck up on me. So I'm sharing these washi tapes for two reasons. One, just because I want to record how crafting supplies can literally sneak up on you. You had no idea that's what you wanted to do. And then the other thing is, if you see any of these that you really especially love, hit me up, send me a message and let me know because I might just send them to you. Because I feel sad to say this, but I'm not sure where I would use these, and I don't have any idea why I bought them. I think somebody gave me a clue that they could be used for scrapbook layouts or journaling pages. And both of those interest me, so that's probably why. So leave in the comments if you have any special tips on how to use washi tapes for journaling and scrapbooking. Maybe I'll keep them. But if you see something you like, just tell me which one it was, and I'll shout out a number for each one. And then you might get it in the mail if you're willing to share your mailing address. Okay, so let me get started. I put them into 4 groups. So group number 1 over here is like miscellaneous because it doesn't seem to have a category. Then I have a group for cats. Don't ask me what happened with the cats. For some reason, I have cats. And it could be because my job, I work for a team that's called Power Cats, and the CAT, which stands for Customer Advisory Team, we play on it quite often in our conversations and stuff. So I might have just wanted that for some type of communication with the team, which never happened. Okay. Then I have over here, I would call this ephemera, which I have a hard time pronouncing that word, but images, vintage images, images of magazines and stuff and stuff like that. And I'll show you, so don't worry. And then this third group is florals. So I must have like really liked florals. And I'm gonna kind of move everything over because I just realized you don't see the 4th group. Okay, and there's the 4th group. And the 4th group is mostly landscapes. Landscapes. I will say landscapes. That's what this 4th group is. And it appears to me that looking at the number of each thing, that I'm really into landscapes and florals. It's so funny to discover something about yourself by accident, because this was like, it was like progressively collected with no rhyme or reason, and then just discovered when I was reorganizing my room. So let's start with the miscellaneous. And here's where I learned something as I cleaned these up, is that some washi tapes are really, I'll say, authentic washi tape, in that as you peel it, the other side is sticky because it's tape. But whenever you kind of see me using a yellow tape to hold it down, it means that it's more of a sticky. Okay, so if you turn this over and look at this, it's actually a piece. They are sticky. So the underside of this one is just like paper that does not stick to anything. And so what you have to do is you have to peel the sticker off of the washi tape, right? And this sticker is really cute. It says "Be kind," all right? But can Can I put it back on? Oh, I can. Good. But if you kind of look at this, apparently I must have used at least a couple because looks like, I don't know. How come I don't remember? I guess I'm getting old. But you see expressions like you are amazing, choose happiness, you are loved. And I hope that you can read that. If you can't, that's why I'm reading it to you. And then in between the words, you'll notice that there's also little flowers. So there's that floral theme kind of again. But I could see these being used as sentiments. Smile. I don't know if you can read it. Let me see if it'll focus. Yeah, see? That's kind of cool. But this is saying smile more boldly. No, smile more, worry less. Okay, that's what that says. Smile more, worry less. Choose happiness. You are amazing. You are loved. Really cool. I don't know. Maybe we should second guess this one, but this is number one, and I still may give it away. Okay, so this is number one. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm just putting them into a box while we're talking, but the video will be a record of the numbers. Okay, here's number two under miscellaneous, and this one. And please don't ask me in the chat where you got these, because who knows where I got these. I have a feeling this is one of my Etsy journeys, because I will get on Etsy. Is that how you pronounce it? And I will just buy stuff for like an hour. Anyway, this is, these are dancers. So I really think this is really, really, really pretty. They are dancers. And, each one has a different primary color. And I think, are there 5? Wait, hold on. It looks like there's, before it starts to repeat again. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6. And I'll try and just go slowly so you can see the 6 of them. Really pretty dancers. This one is going to be number 2. All right, there's all 6 dancers. They're pretty. They are also stickers, right? So this is not tape. You would actually, it's not like tape in that the back is sticky. What you would have to do is you would peel the non-sticky piece off, and then underneath is a sticker. But they are not separate. So these dancers are not pre-cut separate like those sentiments. They are solid, and so you would cut them with scissors if you want them to be fussy cut. All right? Otherwise, you just cut between each dancer the amount of dancers you want. And so that's number 2. In the box it goes. Why does that take so long, Audrey? Okay, number 3 under miscellaneous is these people at a train. Now I could kind of see why I liked this. It's a style that pleases me. Kind of a rough sketch of people with colors that are neutral with a few pops. So you can see the grays, the kind of like a pale yellow, and the pops of red and blue. That kind of style, you know, makes me happy. So even if you look at my cards, very often they'll be very neutral with pops of color, because I like that. So it's just people at a train station waiting for a train, kind of like there's a train there. I guess it's leaving or coming, but this guy over here is reading a book, so he ain't in a hurry to, I don't know. He's reading a book standing. And of all the places I've seen people read, it's never on the train track, I will say. You read on the train. But anyway, there are some people on the train reading. And so, really cool. How how far can I pull it? It kind of starts repeating right at the beginning before the guy that's reading on the platform. So kind of cool. I could see this used for something. Please help me. So I'm going to put tape on that, and that's going to be number 3. And if you're wondering, those of you that are kind of standing by to see if you want one of these, you're wondering how much it's going to cost. If you're in the United States, it will cost nothing. But if you're outside the United States, you have to pay for whatever it costs for me to mail it to you. That's the only thing. Because I don't, for the most part, if you're in North Americas, I will just mail it to you. But when you start getting like really, really far away where postage may get somehow expensive, then I might change that. But for the most part, I want to just give these away. I don't really want to. And each person can have up to 3, right? I don't want one person to say, I want all of them, right? That way other people can. Okay, so we're going to start the section on cats. Again, not sure what happened with me and cats. I did have 2 cats myself. I lost them both. It was really, really, really hard to lose my cats. And for a while, I couldn't look at cats. And it was funny because I started the Power Cat team about a year after I lost my last cat. And it was hard. It was hard because, you know, pet loss is, woo, you would think it's not as bad as it is, but it's just like you're losing a family member. So anyway, these are kind of funny cats. And so if you look, they're like doing typical cat things. They're trying to get into a box that's way too small, or they're in another box, or they're trying to get into a jar. I always worry about cats that are trying to get in jars because I'm like, can you suffocate yourself? But they seem to always get out of the little predicaments that they get into. And that's what this tape is kind of focused on. The different predicaments that cats get into when they get into stuff. And this one actually has 3, 6, 9, 10 images before it starts to repeat, which I'm starting to notice that that's a big difference in both the washi tape and the washi tape stickers, is that, you know, how much does it repeat? And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Depends on what your project is. I'm still waiting to hear what your projects are being in washi tape. But that's the kitties. I really do like them. And they are stickers as well. The difference with the kitties over the ladies, the dancers, is that these are independent stickers. So if I go like this, you can see that the sticker is already pre-cut around the cat. And then all these flowers are individual stickers as well. So I don't know, I'm starting to feel like that's high quality, that you don't have to do any cutting. But my expertise on washi tape is probably next to 0. Okay, so that's cat number 1, but that's washi number 4. The next one, continuing with the cat theme, and this is going to be number 5. These are cats around the house. And again, they're all pre-cut. So that one just kind of got disconnected somehow. I'm just putting them on my desk to put in my journal later. Okay, there it is. There. So it must have just got disconnected. It's a shame I have not used these things. I would imagine that these are several years old as well, because they kind of got hidden in a mess. After I moved, I have a lot of craft supplies that are still packed in the garage. Don't hit me. And so I only have the essentials in the house that I live in now, because I turned the craft space into an office because we're working from home. But yeah, I don't know when this was purchased. Okay, so here's another one that has 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10 images before it begins to repeat. And you can see this is kind of like cats around the house. A little bit different from the previous one, but it kind of feels like it's the same designer. So the designer that did the cat in those predicaments, which is a name that I gave it, that I don't think that's the name they gave it, Is very similar to what I'm calling the cats around the house. And really cool. And this one is number 5. Okay, and we'll just pin that up. Okay, and that goes in the box. Let's look at number 6. Still on cats. Don't ask me what happened. I don't know what happened. This is number 6. And this is a true washi tape. So, and again, when I'm trying to explain this to you, I'm not using proper terms, I'm sure, but the difference is a true washi tape, in my opinion, is tape. You pull it off and you can stick instantly, right? But those other ones you saw that have stickers pre-cut out, like the previous 2, and the dancer that you kind of cut it, but then you pull off the backing. To me, they feel more like stickers. So I would call them washi tape stickers, more than I would call them washi tape. And maybe you're going to tell me, oh no, that's called blah, blah, blah. I'm happy to hear about that. So this one is Cats Exercising. And I probably bought this. Okay, we got to be careful here. We don't need the yellow tape on this because it's sticky. But I got to be careful here. So this has 3, 6, 7, 8 images before it begins to repeat. And they're cats exercising. Okay. I know I do have a set of sentiments in my crafting supplies. And the sentiments are all around exercise. They're kind of funny sentiments, you know, like, I would love to lose weight, but I'm not a loser. See, I said I should be careful and I just dropped it. Okay, so I'm going to put this tape back on without making a mess. And this will be number, maybe I'll put it on later. That'll be number 6. Okay, Cats Exercising. Number 6. Okay. All right, last cat tape, and this is number 7. Is Cats Hanging Out. Kind of romantic cats, I think I might say. This looks like romantic cats. So you've got 2 cats together. So I'm assuming, you know, we're gonna be friendly for all types of love. They are partners, though. You know, they're hanging out together. They're having drinks. They're out in the rain. I don't know what this second one is. They're just helping each other clean. And so basically, I guess, cats in love. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images before it starts to repeat. But I will say that they're wider. They're wider than the average image because there's always 2 cats. So maybe this is called Cats in Love. And if you didn't see the first one because of the tape, the first one is them having a little drink together. All right, so cute. Don't know what to do with it, but cute. All right, so that is a sticker as well. And so I think I only made a mistake once with this yellow. The yellow tape is kind of a clue to you. It's a sticker because it won't stick to itself, right? Because it has the backing that needs to be pulled off. All right, so that was number 2, 4, 6. That was number 7. No, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that was number 7. So I might have skipped a number along the way. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. I've been using this Ember mug. And it's a really cool mug. But it works best when you don't have milk. It's really good though. Okay. It keeps your coffee and tea warm, which is perfect for these videos because I'm doing a video. My coffee's getting cold, cold, cold. Why do I waste my time making coffee? Okay, next section is the section on paraphernalia. You know, there was a whole piece over here I could have used as far as space. So let's move this over. Might as well use this space. Okay, so paraphernalia or ephemera, which is what I hear more often. So it's probably the right word is ephemera. And obviously you can see this is tape because I have to peel it. And if I were to say the one thing I don't like about real washi tape is this experience right here, trying to get it disconnected. So again, you guys, if you have tips down in the comments that you can give me some tips on this. And this is probably one reason why I'd have to find a way. So maybe, okay, here's an idea that I just kind of got randomly in my head. Maybe at the beginning, I will peel it back on itself so that the next time I go to start it, I can because it's peeled back. I don't know if you can see what I did. But if any of you have a suggestion on that, it's probably one of the reasons why I don't love using washi tapes because they can tear easily. All right, so this one, let's turn it right side up. I'm not going to pull a lot of these because this one is a really good stick. These look like tickets. So this is number 8. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, this is number 8. And I don't want to pull it all out. Well, what can I do to make this a little easier? So I do want to tell you how many there are before it repeats. Maybe I'll just put this in a book or something. Oh my goodness, this is really tight. So I guess some tapes are stickier than others. But I guess it's more than 7. 7, 8. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So it looks like there's 9 images. 2, 6, 7, 8. 9 images before it repeats. So, and I'll just probably tear this off and use it. And you're like, you don't know where to use it, Audrey. Well, I'll just put it down right now and I'll put it in something. Or I'll split it up and put it in something. Okay, so that was number 8. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, this is number 8. Remember that with this one, I found it to be very sticky, which means that it's not the easiest to pull apart, but I did tear off the ones that don't repeat. And they look like tags about travel. So maybe this is a good example of one that you might use in a scrapbook page. And maybe you would just use where you were if it's on here. Like there's Venice, Chicago, Nice, Athens? Wow. Madrid, San Francisco, Zurich, New York, and Las Vegas. Some of these airports I have been to. Okay, so that's that. And I apologize if they didn't come through very well. So I have a feeling that some of these, I was in some craft store and saw something that attracted me from a hobby perspective. This is tape. It's purely tape. It's quite thin, but it's just a row of books. You know, this is the kind of thing I could use on a card, I think. I'm not sure, but I love books, so sounds like a perfect. I actually have a mug with the same design, so I'm wondering if I got them in the same place. But yeah, that's tape. It's tapey, and it's just one long strip. And that's number 9. Okay. Easy enough. Number 10. Okay, we're at even numbers here. What is this? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Oh, okay. So this is bullet journal kind of stuff. All right. So there's a few different calendar formats, date reminders. So this seems like something you might use in a bullet journal, although I think your bullet journal already has calendars, so not sure. Or maybe you would put it on a journaling tag or something. I need to be more creative with washi tape, obviously. So this has a journal theme. This is number 10. And this is the kind of thing it has. Now, I didn't tell you how it repeats, but it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, approximately 6 or 7 different calendars before it repeats. All right, so that was number 10. And I'm just folding that up. All right, number 11. We're still in the ephemera, in my opinion. There might be a better name for this. Here's another tape. No, sorry. This is a sticky. This is a sticky one. So, which means that you would cut it and then peel it apart. So you would cut it and then you would separate the back from the sticker. Yeah, this is fun. I mean, I'm being sarcastic. It's not fun. Okay, so there's the telescope, right? So you would cut what you want, and in this case, this looks like cameras or lenses, some devices with lenses. Okay, no, there's a typewriter. So 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 9 images before it repeats. And I guess they're just vintage devices. There's a telescope, there's a typewriter, the record player back in the day. I don't know, an old-fashioned video camera, a telephone, which I'm old enough to have used in the past, and then a couple of cameras, old-fashioned cameras, and I'm not sure what the second one is. See the second one from the end? I don't know what that is, but vintage devices. That's number 11, right? Yeah, that's number 11. And this one does need a piece of yellow tape because it is a sticker. So I'll put a little piece of yellow tape on that. And if you get it in the mail or whatever, it'll be exactly what you see on this video because I don't plan to use them before I send them out. Okay, so they're not going to be used. All right, here's that was number 11, right? So this is number 12. And this one looks like it's real tape because I can't find the end. Okay, hold on. Be patient with my old eyes. You can feel it. Okay, here we go. But it's not tape. Sorry. I must have, or they must have done something that I just cut off, which was counterproductive, to make it easier for it to start. I'll have to figure out what they did so I can do it myself. But this one has pens and a clipper and so it looks like office supplies. Yeah, I think that's probably what you would call this. Office supplies. And there are 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 before it repeats. So that's probably more than, oh, these are, so have you ever watched YouTube videos where people are like decorating their journals and they have a clip to hold the book open and other clips that they buy that are like vintage? This is that, you know, like, okay, people would be using these in their, maybe in their journals to make them. So kind of cool. And that's number 12. That's number 12. And that one will get a little piece of yellow tape. And this little piece of, these yellow tapes are coming from Spellbinders. They came with my Better Press. Okay, so 12. All right, let's do the unlucky number 13, which not really unlucky, right? We don't believe in those superstitions, do we? This is number 13. If you want to avoid it, that's fine. But here it is. This one has arts and crafts. So there's a old-fashioned scissors, some brushes, paint. Heck if I know if that, I don't know what this one is. Something. And then there's some pens and pencils, including a fountain pen. That's probably what attracted me to it. And there's 5 images before it repeats. But each image is long. So these are long. And I would say each one is about 1 1/4 inch, 1.5 inches, except for the paint, which looks like it's only like 1 inch. They're long. Okay, so this is 13. And these are stickers. It's not tape. Well, you have to peel the back off is what I'm saying. I think you get where I am on those 2 choices. That's number 13. It's time for a sip of tea. Am I Ember? All right. Next, we're still continuing on ephemera, which please don't laugh at me if I said that wrong. All right, this is tape, so I'm going to save this piece of yellow for something else. And this one, okay, so this one has 5 images before it repeats. And I don't know, maybe I'll keep this one. And you know what? This is the thing. Am I keeping it because I like typewriters or because I'm going to use it? I really wish I could say I'm keeping it because I'm going to use it, right? Because that would make the most sense. But there's 5 typewriters there. Okay, and that's number 14. And that's purely tape. Okay, 1 long strip of tape. Okay, 15. Okay, this, I think, okay, we're going to come back to that because I think I have a few of the Tim Holtz ones that you probably will recognize. So I don't know if I'll pull each one of them out. All right, so here comes 15. And I'm just kind of separating. And obviously this is tape. And kind of just what I learned in this short video with you is I like the stickers better just for, okay, sorry. So they used a piece of tape to hold it together, but it's a sticker, okay? It's not tape, so I'll use the yellow piece on this one. Okay, and this, wow, what is this? It literally looks like a book on washi tape, and my eyes aren't so good. I think they are word definitions. And I'm not sure if this will focus, but I think that's what they are. If I try and press the focus, yeah, it doesn't really want to focus, but I believe these are word definitions. And I'm just looking at them closer to my face. But it's way too small for me to see and read. But maybe you've got, like, I don't know. I guess I could be creative and think, I'm doing a scrap page. We went to the library, or we went to a bookstore, and maybe these are just pages in the book that are at the edge of the scrapbook page. You know, I don't know. 15? Yeah, that was 15. All right, let's do 16, which is very similar. So I'm not even going to pull this one out because obviously I'm having trouble with the first time pull. But you can see that this is script. So think of that previous one. This is now 16. That previous one, okay, I know some of you are saying, come on, take it apart. All right, let me see. Yeah, I am washi tape challenged when it comes to the starting point. Who else is washi tape challenged? Okay, it's script. And I ain't even gonna try to read this, but I'm trying to make sure the camera has time to focus on it. It's just script. It's one long strip of script. All right, so that's the next one. This is 16. All right. All right, so let's do 17. So 17 and 18 are stamps, and they are true washi tape. They're not stickers. They are tape. And there looks like, how many are there before it repeats? Okay, 3, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 before it'll start repeating. And I would say that the stamps are, so this tape I might have put in the landscape section, but because they were stamps, I decided to go ahead and do it with the stamps. But they are landscapes. And I don't know if I can tell where, but let me just try and read. What I'm doing is trying to read. This stamp has some words on it. See if it'll, yeah, it doesn't look like it's focusing. And I apologize for that. But this is a garden. And some of them have words, so you could probably, if you can see better than me, get an idea of where these gardens are. They're different gardens. There is one here. Kitting? Why would anybody have a stamp called Kitting? Maybe that's a place? Kitting? So if that gives you a hint on where these are. Kitting. Okay, 17. All right. Here's one more stamp. Now, this is 18 and doesn't need yellow tape because it is tape. This one is people. Let's see if I can see the names. Oh, wow. They have kind of like words on them that are not the names of the people on the bottom, like meditation, the beauty of. But these are like vintage people. And if you recognize anybody, apologies. I think I see Mona Lisa. Okay, and then if you just keep pulling. How many images before it repeats? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 images before it starts to repeat. So this is 18. All right. So let me just do a quick count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18. So yeah, 17 and 18 are the stamps. And they are both true washi tape. By the way, these are full rolls. And what I mean by that is they haven't been used, these stamps. Okay, that was 17 and 18. Now I have a whole bunch, so starting with 19, that I think originated with Tim Holtz. And so I was probably doing some Tim Holtz haul and threw these into my haul basket, you know. Tim Holtz has very creative ephemera. I'm not going to pull these out because they are tight and they get really tangled if I try to pull them. But I think you'll recognize, any of those Tim Holtz fans out here will recognize his ephemera because he's really good at it. Okay, so it's just like pictures from magazines or from advertisements in the early something. So that's 19. Put that in the box. 20 is also, I believe, Tim Holtz washi tape. This one has a London theme. This is 21. So I might not give this one away, but ask if you really want it. And the reason is because I have a friend that's doing a scrapbook on London. She may want these. There's only 2 images though, which I think is odd. There's 3 images. I believe there's 3 images before it starts to repeat, which based on the others we've seen is kind of like minimalistic, right? Okay, so that's 20. Then 21 is another one that I think is Tim Holtz ephemera. And this one looks a little London-like as well. No, I see New York. So this is traveling. I see Paris, I see New York. Okay, let me try and pull it. So this might be something useful for a traveler's journal. I'm really bad at this. All right. So, and I noticed that his tapes open the other way. All right, so looks like about 5 images until it repeats. No, 3 images until it repeats. And you see some cars, taxis, some birds, and you see the Statue of Liberty. But it's kind of, even though it's travel, it looks like it's vintage travel. Okay, so what did I say? That's 21. If I messed up these numbers, just use the one that's in the video. Doesn't matter if it's in order. So this 21. Okay, let's do 22, one of my favorite numbers. Another one that I believe is Tim Holtz. I'm looking at it to see if I can explain what it is. I just see vintage transportation. So vintage transportation, cars and other transportation vehicles from the past, maybe the 1800s. And this is tape as well. This is not stickers, this is tape. One long strip of tape with about 3 repeating images. So, you know what I've just learned today is that the Tim Holtz washi tape gives you less images. But I don't know whether that means it's the reason why you're using that. All right, 23. So I think that Tim Holtz is American. I'm pretty sure he is. Whereas most of these other tapes are actually coming from Japan. And that's why I think I got them on Etsy. Okay. So here, this is another Tim Holtz one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 repeating images. Airmail. Okay, so maybe this is good for envelopes. And I guess I should stay still for a while to allow it to focus. But in many cases, it might not. But again, I think when you recognize Tim Holtz, you can just go to his site and look for his washi tapes, and you'll find full images of the ones that are from him. And then this one is just, I think this is called the airmail symbol. And so I could definitely see this being used on a travel journal or on an envelope or something. Just memory of the old airmail slashes. And that's 24. Okay, let me just do a quick count. Okay, that was 24. I'm pretty sure I'm right. And now we're going to go into the last 2 groups, which is the florals and the landscapes. Let's do the florals first because they don't repeat as much. Well, actually, they repeat more. So I guess I should say. And so you can see this one has foiling. So really pretty. I would say a field of daisies with foiling. And they are stickers and not individually cut. You cut it with your scissors. And if you want it individually cut, you'll have to fussy cut. That's 25. Here's another one. This one also has foiling. So I guess I like foiling. And I didn't even know that. I guess I do. It is pretty though. It's kind of like the foiling is embedded into the art, which makes it a little bit more discreet. I really like that. Again, my problem is I don't know what I would use it for. I don't want to just sit and stare at this stuff. All right, that was 26. All right, if I can't count, forgive me. This is 27. Huh, that was strange. This is 27. This has some foiling too, so it must have been, I bet you I bought these foiling ones at the same time. Somebody was selling. And this is sticker. This is not tape. And you can usually tell by how easy it like flips around. It's heavier, right? Because you tear it off and it's not pre-cut. So you'd have to cut and then tear off the backing. Okay, and I hope that focused okay for you. All right. This is 26, right? 2, 4. I'm going to call this 26. Might be 27, but if there's 2 26s, just say 26 number 1 or 26 number 2. Okay, and then 27. 27, not going to forget the number. 27 is sticker, and it's little household things like vases and shelves and couch and chair. bookshelf, books, computer. So I would say this is in the neighborhood of home office. Yeah, maybe home office. And they're kind of like watercolor pencil sketches. Okay, I think that's pretty cool. Oh, did you want to know how many images before it repeats? 2, 4, 6. Actually, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 images before it repeats. I don't know if I showed you the last couple. 8 images before it repeats. 27. All right. I'm getting better at connecting them. 27. Okay. 28. Oh, wow. This is really pretty. You saw, that's my first wow, right? Even though there were a lot of wows, I just didn't say them out loud. This is tape, obviously. And it's a floral pattern that just goes on and on and on. What would you use this for? Did I say it was 27 or this is 28? Okay, let's just call it 28. Okay. Maybe I should write them down because I talk too much. 28. This is 29. Because I probably skipped 27. This is 29. We're not at 30 yet. That'll help me remember. I think these are sweets. And I would be happy to send this to somebody because I don't want these in my house because I don't want to see any sweets. They just make me crave sugar. But maybe I got this thinking about a birthday or something. I have no idea why I got this. Because I don't really send out birthday cards. So that is a bunch of sweets I'm not even going to look at too hard. That was 29. How did I get all these in my house is what I want to know. Without noticing, right? Kind of like snuck in here. All right, here's 30. 30 is the year that people start worrying about their age. 30. Okay, this is just, looks like 5 different floral images, but stringed one behind the other. So it could be considered a single image that you could use as a border maybe. But they are separate enough to be used independently. And I hope you can see that. And I apologize for where it's not focusing. But this iPhone is doing a pretty good job of filming this. All right, that was 30. I can't believe it. So if I remember, I'll be at 35 when we finish florals. Okay, so 31. See if I can open this up. Looks like, oh boy, purple flowers. Blues and purple flowers. So just think of different shades of blue flowers with green like foliage around it. And this is tape. It's not stickers. Okay, that's 31. 31. 32. Oh, we got some more foil. And I can tell when it's never been opened because they have a method. I don't understand, but it helps you open it the first time. Even though I don't think you need help the first time with the sticker type, you need help the first time with the tape type. I'm sure you don't know what I'm talking about, but 31, no, 32, 3, 4, 5. This is 32. And it's another, here we go, foil tape type. Nice. When I say tulips, I kind of feel like they're tulips, but they're blue and peach. Okay, and that's a single kind of row. They're not pre-cut out or anything. That was 32. All right, 33. Okay. $33. Now, this one, I must have tried to use it because there's one like stuck over here. These are the kind that are stickers that are pre-cut. And these have some foiling. Lots of little floral images pre-cut out, so that each one is a sticker. Each one of those floral elements is a different sticker. So I could see that being very useful with like a journal. You could stick florals on days on your calendar maybe. You know, I kind of like that one. I might get attached to this one. But that's 33. Okay, here's 34, another foil sticker one. Oops. Yeah, and that's what happens. They all kind of like, if it drops, you just feel like you make a mess. And that's what happened. There was a whole like drawer of these stickers all messy, and I went and organized them. This one is another foil one. Pretty cool, very pretty. Various flowers on this one. I think some of the other florals, it appeared they would pick one or two flower types. This one has several with more foliage. And it's a single image all the way, you know, so you're cutting and you're making a tape of image, although this is sticker. Okay, so I think I'm up to 35, but I found one that was hiding. So we're going to call this 35. And this one is bouquets. So this one is especially beautiful, I will say. Beautiful bouquets. And there are 3, 6. There are 3, 6 before they repeat. Really pretty. What would you use this one for? It's really pretty, but it's like, it's one long strip, so these aren't pre-cut stickers or anything. So you'd cut where you want it to stop. And if you want a fussy cut, you'd have to do that fussy cutting before you put it on your project. I don't know if I like the sticker type that's pre-cut better. I'm kind of thinking I do. This is 35. And then here's a little hidden 36 that I didn't see earlier, which is a very thin, I would say quarter inch of little pink colored flowers. And there's like 3 different types of flowers and some foliage. And I do see a few little tiny pink butterflies. Okay, so that's 36. All right. What happens if 10 people all ask for 36? The first person that asks for 36 gets it. It's just first come, first serve. This is 37, and this looks like a lavender feel, and it just continues lavender and green foliage underneath. Well, that's 37. All right, 38. I know for sure this came from Japan, and these are probably images that are reminiscent of Japan landscapes. And there is text on the bottom there by my finger, but I am not sure what it says, and I doubt the camera is going to focus in well enough for you to read it, but you have a better chance because you could pinch and zoom. There it is again. And so really pretty. So that's 37, and that's landscape. So this is the first landscape. I moved from floral to landscape. I just didn't notice myself do that. This is landscape. So 37 is landscape, and all the rest are landscapes. So, and you'll see what I mean by landscape. Like in this case, it's waterscape. These are, what are they called? Koi fish in water with those green lily pads. Is that what you call them? And it's a very long strip where the koi are fishing around the lily pads. It's 38. We're getting to 40. I'm sure some people have much more than this. It's, you know, I feel like I'm probably not the one who's hoarding these the most, but I feel like this is a lot for someone who didn't know they liked washi tape, right? This one is, what did I say, 38? Let's make it 39 in case, this is 39, and one before 40. These are fronts of houses. So I think of brownstones in Brooklyn. Those of you that know Brooklyn Heights and know Brooklyn would probably recognize these as brownstones, but they could also pass for homes like in the Cape Cod area, Boston area. But they are, to me, they're reminiscent of Brooklyn, New York. So how many before they repeat? 5. So these are the 5. They're pretty wide. They're pretty wide. So, but really pretty. I wonder if you could do like a clean and simple card with washi tape. You think that's possible? Because I love clean and simple. Could I take one of these houses and make it the front of a card? Okay, let's move on to 40. I'll do another big one. This is the last really big one. So when I say big, they're wide and tall. These look like houses in Japan. So different, also houses, also sticker, not pre-cut. So the last couple, they were stickers, but they were not pre-cut, which means if you want to fussy cut these, you would have to fussy cut them. All right, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 3, 6. There's 7 before they repeat. And it's a long strip sticker, but if you want a fussy cut, you'd have to fussy cut. Otherwise, just cut between them. All right, really pretty. I think those are homes in Japan, or, you know, scenery in Japan, because this is the landscape section. Okay, so that was 40. Wow, I got 40 rolls of tape and I don't use them. All right, here's, so where we got 42, 4, 6, 8. So we got a total of 48, right? So let's do 41. 41 is probably my favorite. And I do remember buying this. And I believe I bought it on Etsy. On Etsy, is that how you pronounce it? These are landscapes typical to artwork by Picasso, maybe. Maybe they're all artwork by Picasso. But I love this style. Like when I do AI art, I will often say in the style of Picasso. So if you do AI art, try defining a scene like snowy night or something, and then put in the style of Picasso, and you'll get this similar color palette and style. So I do like that style. Again, don't know what I would do with this, but how many images before it repeats? 6. I'm going to say 6. You're like, why can't you count, Audrey? But I'm at a strange angle to the camera. So there's 6 before it begins to repeat. All right, and this is sticker, but nothing is pre-cut. So if you wanted to do an image at a time, you would have to cut between them. It's not pre-cut. All right. Was that 42? I think that was 41. I think that was 41. Next. This is 42. Oh, and these are by the water scenes. So when I see these scenes, I think of 2 places. I think of Greece, and believe it or not, I also think of Connecticut and Cape Cod. So wherever you would see residences by the water. But my gut says this is more of an Athens, Greece thing because of how much water and how white. So the houses, and I don't know what that is, that stucco? I don't know, but that stuff keeps the houses warm in the winter and cool in the summer. They have different weather extremes than we do, but it just kind of looks like Greece to me. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 before they repeat. Really pretty. You know, I wish, you know, my mind, I'm a stamper. I wish I had a stamp for these images, because what I would rather do is stamp them on white paper so that there's no sticky paper background. But they are very beautiful. All right. Let's go to the next one. We have 6 left. 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43. I think this is 43. Okay, I'm looking at it so I can describe it to you. Sydney, I see Sydney. And this could be travel friendly. Oh my goodness, maybe castles? I don't know what the theme of this is. Could be castles. Really pretty. Very watercolor. And there's 5 before they repeat. Very watercolor-like. Long strip of tape. So if you want to do any cutting, you'll have to pull out your scissors. Nothing is pre-cut. All right, really cool. You know, I think I've learned a lot from this kind of demo as far as what you want to look for in washi tape based on what you plan to do. What are the different types of washi tapes you can buy? These are, so the other ones were stamps, and those stamps perforated, so you could perforate each stamp. The other ones I showed you, which I think was 17 and 18. But this one, these are Japan scenes that are in stamp format, but you have to cut them, right? There's no help with the cutting. It's one long strip. And it looks like 5 before they repeat. We'll just run across here. It looks like these are focusing good for you, in my opinion. All right, and this is a sticker, but one long strip. So if you want to separate them, you'll pull out your scissors. Okay, 44. No, 45 is this next one. This is 45. We're almost done. Wow. And this is bonsai? Bonsai trees? I think it's bonsai trees. And looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, a whole 13 before it repeats. Yeah. Bonsai trees. Very cool, very cool, very cool. All right. That was 45. 46. Let's do this one. 46 is, do you love trees? Do you like green? Then you'll like this long strip of forest. It's just one long strip of kind of forest images. Very cool. Very cool. All right. You know, I was just thinking these might be good for decorating envelopes as well, but I don't know how the post office, they probably insist on hand stamping if you did anything that had any kind of texture. But I could see myself putting this on the border of an envelope. 47. Okay, hold on a second. Let's do the other one as 47 and we'll come back to that. This is a real tape. These last two are real tapes. This is, oops, okay. This looks like it's a beach scene. Because I'm seeing like shells and sand. There's a, what is that, starfish. And I'm seeing the horizon. So beachy, beachy, beachy. Okay, that's 47. Okay, that's 47. All right, last one. 48. Forgive all my improper numbers. Just say 48 number 1, 48 number 2. If there's any duplicates, understand that the first person who asks for it gets it. And this is just a gift from me to, how do you take 48 and divide it by 3? That's how many people will get stuff. You don't have to pick 3. You can pick just one that you like. But I'm saying the maximum you can pick is 3 so that more than one person can get some stuff. All right, I'm trying to get this last one untaped. It is tape. They are stamps. So they're perforated between each stamp. And we're back at the beach again. And you can see the beach scenes. Let's see how many before they repeat. 3, 6. 6 before they repeat. And they're perforated, so you can see, you can just rip it. Again, I don't know. Would I decorate an envelope with those stamps? Would the post office be mad at me because they don't have any value? Maybe it would be on the back of the envelope. I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking for ideas. And that's it. That's all of these washi tapes. Let me know if you want one sent to your house. And look forward to me doing some more crafts this year. I guess around 10 years ago, I was very regular and then I got distracted. So I'm coming back into crafts, as you can see by cleaning my room and stuff. But I'll be back to share more. Happy crafting, happy holidays. Bye-bye.